Uh, I can't even get to it. Recently was my birthday, and that was really fun. But today I would like to talk to you about what I got for Labor Day, because that's so much more fun, and it has a little bit of backstory to it, and I think that's kind of cool. So, for the longest time, I had one pair of shoes that was really good, and it lasted me for a while, right? Like a lot of people do, they just have one really good pair of shoes, and then they just use them, right? And like a dress pair or whatever. But recently, I have been put in the position where I've gotten more than one pair of shoes that I like at one time, and it's kind of great. Okay, so backstory. When I was applying for that job at Tesla, I needed a pair of shoes for the job interview, because literally they're just a staffing corporation, right? Randstad's just a staffing corporation for Tesla, and that's literally their place in the market, right? They make sure there's employees there that show up on time for work. Literally, that's their entire thing. But and that was my role, and I was just a person that would staff. Anyway, this is besides the point. Anyway, I bought these shoes for that job interview, and when I walked in, it was entirely different than I thought it would be. Okay, so I'm running late, right? And I go to like Randstad and everything, but my shoes rip, and and I threw them away, right? But basically at the time, I had to drive on a pair of shoes that the entire sole just was hanging down. Like, this is the front of the shoe, like where my fingertips are, and like the actual like sole, like the bottom of the shoe was just flapping off, and it was really bad. It actually happened the day before at work. Anyway, so I go to my job interview with my only nice pair of shoes, because I wear my nice pair of shoes to the job that I would have at the time, Starbucks, and they're flopping down, right? So I drive over to JCPenney to pick up some leather shoes. I didn't have a lot of money in the bank at the time. And I just buy these like $50 pair of like shoes. They weren't even like leather, they were like canvas shoes. And they looked nice enough for a job interview. And nicer than they needed to be, because when I walked in there, it was literally just a test, and you have to fill out whether you have a criminal record, do you do drugs, and stuff like that. And when I was done, I had to do this like cheek swab thing for their thing, the drug test, right? And basically, they knew immediately once I took it out of my mouth whether or not I did drugs or not. And I didn't, because, nugs, not drugs. But, long story short, I did end up getting that job. I would hate it, but I did get it. And again, the first day I show up to work, I got a pair of work shoes, which I found out I had to get on the day that they were doing all the orientation stuff. So I had to literally run and basically make myself an hour late by finding a Walmart, getting a pair of shoes, paying for them, basically as soon as Walmart opened. Because it was very early in the morning. I literally walked in 1 minute after they opened. So I was like their first customer of the day, and that was kind of weird. But anyway, I bought these like steel toe shoes, and I never used them. I lost the receipt, so I never returned them to Walmart. And I had like 3 pairs of shoes. One was just entirely just ripped to shreds.
To shreds, you say?
And it was awful, right? So, fast forward a little bit of time. I wear in my canvas shoes. I really like them. And JCPenney's is having a sale, right? So I go out and buy my pair of, gray shoes. The same pair, but in gray. So I can like wear them with darker clothes, right? And it would like match a little bit better, because I didn't want to go black, because I wanted to wear them with jeans. So I went with the gray. Anyway, so I buy them, right? And I like them, and I wear them out a lot more than the other ones, as you can see here. But nonetheless, it was actually really cool, and I had 2 pairs of shoes that were kind of just different styles of the same shoe, right? And I was like really loving it. So fast forward to today, a couple months later, it was my birthday. Yay, a couple days ago. My parents didn't have the money at the time to give me a birthday present, so they waited until my dad got paid, right? Which was a couple days before Labor Day. And then I went out to the store on Labor Day, and I picked up a pair of shoes and another pair of shoes for the price of less than one of the pairs of shoes before tax. Yeah, so these normal pair of shoes, they would regularly cost like $50, and I ended up purchasing them for like 43 and then some change. I was kind of bummed out, because when I went to the store to go like purchase the shoes, the price of it was supposed to be, I still have that stupid thing open in my phone, the cart. So hold on a second. Right, so I had these pairs of shoes, right? Both of them were like saved in the cart. One of them was these men's St. John's Bay, right? And the other one was the exact same thing, but in leather. And I never got around to this because I began rambling, but the cost of the shoes ended up being more than I initially thought it would be. I thought it was going to be somewhere around 35, but it ended up being somewhere around 44 or 43-ish. Yeah. Hashtag not spawn. But anyway, I go to the store, right? And I pick out these shoes and I go to purchase them, except for because of the way the Modesto Mall is set up, the logical checkout area isn't by the door that I went through. It was actually, you have to go in basically almost into the mall, and right there you have to check out, and then you have to walk back all the way through the store then to leave, which is fine, right? So I go and I purchase my shoes and I'm like all happy, and I go home and I like try them on and everything in the store, but like that was before the other part, right? So it was like all fun and dandy, and now I have 4 pairs of shoes. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna pick up great on the recording. But anyway, long story short, I'm really happy, and I now have shoes that go with all my outfits, and now I'm really happy. I mean, before I had one pair of shoes and that had to go with all my outfits, but now I have like better shoes, and they fit my feet really well, and now I'm really happy. Anyway, this is kind of a stupid video. I know that recording this took a little bit of time, and I kind of sound out of breath, but it's because I'm so excited because I've been like doing my happy dance and I'm out of breath from it. But that being said, this is Michael Homan. I've been wasting my time watching Adventure Time because I need to catch up to watch the season finale, which premiered yesterday, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers until I catch up. And I will see you, what's today? Tuesday? I have class tomorrow. Let's call it Thursday. See you Thursday. Bye.